So we had to put something on her feet. So I thought, well, what can we put on her feet that makes it kind of an iconic image with her with that nightgown? What kind of shoes can you wear with that?
Let's talk about that farm for a second, because I think the location sort of plays really heavily into the film. What inspiration did you draw from it? Where did you guys come to that decision? Was it in the original script to make it so isolated like that? And how does that play into the story?
Tax credit, really, for the most part. But no, it felt like it needed to be the South. We're very careful about being as non-denominational as we could. We didn't want to single out any one religion. We picked an area that was, in a suburb of New Orleans. So there's it's not just a bunch of hicks. There is it's actually a if you've ever been down there, it's a pretty cool area. But we had originally, I think it was Arkansas. I think was it Arkansas? Is that what we were intended to be? Yeah, I don't know. You don't know. Checked out. No, we picked that area because the South does sort of feel like there is a religious fervor that doesn't exist everywhere. Although more and more exorcisms, if you're reading in the press, are everywhere, all over the country and all over the world.
I wanted to tell about shooting on that farm. Talk about what that was like, Daniel.
I mean, what was important to me is that we had one location that was an actual farm, and we could go into any room. If one of the actors suddenly felt like they should get cornflakes from the kitchen, then there should be a kitchen. There should be cornflakes, and we found this place which had been completely flooded by Katrina, and you could still see the water mark on the wall 6 feet high. And you just had that smell in there. You had that heat in there. All the creaking that you hear from the steps, that's all real. And that just does something for the actors that you can't create, to shoot in that environment and in that heat with the insects and everyone's going crazy. And one day we're coming to set and there was an alligator in the middle of our set and we couldn't shoot for 3 hours. I mean, it's so authentic, it's so, I don't know, it really gives you that texture that you would have to pay a lot of money to kind of recreate somehow. It was all there for us. So, and it seemed like a haunted place when we were there.